Let's further discuss this now with retired U.S. Colonel Brendan Kearney. He joins me live from Santa Rosa in California. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. So how exactly might this tribunal differ in scope and authority from the International Criminal Court, which has already issued an arrest warrant for President Putin?
Great question, and I think the answer is yet to be developed. I think the agreement was a good one for them to reach. I think it's morally justifiable. But as you and I just saw, the Russians are dismissing it. So it's a moral victory for the Ukrainians, but in the practicality of actually resulting in prosecutions, I think we're going to have to wait to see how all that develops over probably a very, very long period of time.
What are the challenges you foresee in actually prosecuting senior Russian officials, particularly those who are still in power?
What's getting them? The efforts of the International Criminal Court were widely applauded, but they haven't resulted in a single arrest that I know of, and the movement of those individuals to The Hague, where most likely the prosecution would take place. So as long as Russia is a belligerent and they refuse to acknowledge the jurisdiction of both this new entity and the ICC, I think we're just going to have to wait and see if somehow, if peace ever was to break out, which we're all hopeful it will between Russia and Ukraine, then these type of efforts might bear fruit down the road. But I think as of now, there's nothing tangible that's going to come out of it.
Right. It seems like it is largely symbolic at this point. But does the creation of such a tribunal risk escalating tensions between Russia and Ukraine? Will this affect the situation on the ground?
I don't want to appear cynical because I'm an optimist at heart, but I'm not sure what else could be done that would cause the Russians to be, further upset with the entire Western world over what they perceive as illegitimate treatment in their pursuit of what they think is a legitimate national objective of taking all of Ukraine. It's absolutely crazy that the Russians have embarked on this. It has no legal justification anywhere or historical justification. But, they're mad. They're going to stay mad. And the combat, sadly, is going to continue until some cooler heads prevail.
I want to talk a bit about the fragile diplomatic process that has unfolded over the last couple of weeks. We saw peace talks held here in Istanbul between the two sides. Where do you see that leading to, especially after Vladimir Putin said once again that he is willing to sit at the negotiating table with Zelensky?
Yeah, I think it's wonderful that Turkey hosted those talks. I think any talks are a step in the right direction, so hopefully they will continue. But what we're looking at here, once again, is Vladimir Putin ostensibly talking out of both sides of his mouth. He keeps expressing his willingness, and as President Trump, to his dismay, has found that he doesn't seem to want to follow through with any of these conversations he has with American leadership and also with leaders from around the world, where he expresses his willingness. There's nothing tangible has been a result of it. If anything, he's thrown fuel on the fire here most recently with his commentary about taking all of Ukraine, not just that portion he got a number of years ago, but wanting to take the entire country as being part of Russia. It just doesn't make sense. I don't think he is an honest, willing partner in this dialogue.
Okay, Colonel Brendan Kearney, thank you so much for being with me here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us.